Hey folks, how y'all doing? This is Connor. We're coming to you with a long overdue non-SD2 video. So, as maybe a bunch of you guys know out there, I've have a little conning running around. So about 2 months ago, I asked you guys, hey, what do you guys want to see? Had some great answers, and I promise I'm going to get to all of them. But the first thing I thought I'd do is actually show you a little bit of something called Exogate Initiative. So this is a game that's coming out, being put out, I think, by Nouveau Aquitaine, so a nice little small French game developer. Could show you initiation. Basically, the idea behind this is that this is kind of like Evil Genius meets Stargate. Okay, and honestly, what we're going to do is going to jump right into the idea of high. Now, when I say Evil Genius meets Stargate, what we're looking at here is we're looking at something that is all about base building, but has also that kind of component moving in another direction. So, take you through some of the earlier stuff for the, in this first video, show you a little bit of the gameplay itself, and kind of develop from there. So welcome to your first day as Executive Officer, or EXO for short, at the Exogate Initiative. I'm Rudy Cobb, with 2 Bs, founder and CEO. I've dedicated my fortune to the research and development of Exogate technology capable of sending people not just across the galaxy, but across the universe. Today we take our first tentative steps. The world is watching, but stay focused on your goals and we'll succeed together. So, to start off with, you have yourself a nice little, like I said, kind of Stargate-y kind of thing hanging out over here. This is kind of the fairly standard setup. Building stuff in the first place, I mean, we have walls, but the legitimate thing we have to kind of really worry about initially is stuff like a barracks. Very, kind of standard stuff over here. I'm gonna go unpause. We're gonna go just kind of start jumping into it. You'll see that we get gators for like recruitment. We get this whole idea of star maps. We'll talk about that there. We get this idea of aliens and artifacts. So we actually do run into aliens here. We also say tech tree. So tech tree stuff, I mean, again, a lot of this stuff is stuff that we'll kind of talk about as we move forward. Talk about research, X, Y, and Z. We'll get there, I promise. Okay? For the time being, what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to go and actually bring in a couple other builders. Now, the kind of frustrating thing about this game is that you need to actually go and first actually dig out an area before you go and then, let's say, create any room out of it. Okay? I'm going to go, nice little barracks over here, mess hall right over in this area. And you can see right now, we actually don't have a ton of other stuff. We have a laboratory, we have a power plant. Power plant, with a lot of these games, you'll see we'll run into it pretty quickly. But what I really want to do, like I said in this first video, is give you, get your feet wet, have you guys see a little bit what's going on with this, and kind of going from there. Now, one of the things worth mentioning is that this game is in early access. And I say early access, I mean extreme early access. I guess what I'll do in the meantime, trying to kind of get ahead of certain things, is on these scientists. So I'm going to go and say that's a maximum wage there. And so this is how you bring in the non-robots of your group. You need to kind of make things really long duration, short duration, and you can really kind of determine what you're going to do to kind of get people in the front door. We're going to need 3 people to start, so I'm going to spend what's this? Quite a bit of money on this. So $8 grand plus a good chunk of money on actual salaries. And the reason I'm doing this right now is to kind of skip and kind of, push forward a little bit more of some of that hefty kind of early junk that you tend to see. I'm also going to go to, I don't know if doors actually do a whole lot. I've played about maybe 25 minutes of this. Which I'm also going to go and scale back the volume just a smidge more. Because what I really want to do is, again, get through the tutorial, show you some of the earlier stuff here, and then kind of move on from there. And I'm actually kind of wondering, do I bring in another builder? So, you can see right here, builders being dropped on, and you see there's all this kind of base building material that you see all over the place, which is wonderful. We will need to expand and have any number of materials for us to kind of worry about eventually. For right now, we're going to have the kind of basic setup. I say basic, barracks on one side, mess hall. We'll probably put the power generator over here, maybe the lab off to one side. Maybe you put the lab over in this area and have it just kind of all honeycombs inside. I've discovered I've really kind of going into this notion of very pretty bases, That's desperately what I want here. Continue to throw down doors. Again, I don't think doors for the moment are really doing a whole lot for the actual base, but I kind of want to go and show this all out. All right. Meantime, scientists. So we get our scientists over here, and you can see we get ideas of body and mind and perception and social and knowledge and logic. And you can see we have each of these 3 guys. So Austin Smith from the US, Shun Yamamoto from Japan, and Li from the People's Republic of China. Now, for us right here, if we really are concerned about money, we can really worry about that. I'm going to go just hire everybody, just so that way I can kind of get ahead of the ball. And now here's where the game actually kind of starts to go into a little bit more, and we'll get this as hopefully a little more developed as we go into this first bit. You have to create teams. Now for me, I'm going to go and I'm going to stay away from the symbols like this. Oops, where's my Greek? I need my sweet, sweet Greek. There we go. So Exo1, we're just going to call it Alpha Team. We call them blue over here. Create the team, and wait a second. That did not give me the thing I was looking for, but oh well. All right. Add more people to Alpha Team, so that way, when we get a chance to, and the game allows us, we are going to go and send them out on a mission. For right now, you're going to see them start coming down, and they enter our base as well. Now, I don't know about you guys. I know for me, I really actually grew up kind of watching stuff like Stargate, like SG-1. Didn't watch Stargate Atlantis, but, you know, I legitimately thought that SG-1 was like the starting position for the entire universe until I realized it was a movie. But hey, we'll get there. Now, I made a very, very big barracks. Not really necessary to do it this big, but I'm going to anyway. Gonna go throw down a couple of beds. Get a locker or two in the meantime. Again, I think at this point in my life, I've started to come to this point that I really want to have like beautiful, kind of aesthetically pleasing bases, and I don't know why that is. Austin's saying, yo, dude, I need a locker. We'll get that to you, I promise. But we'll start spending a little more time here just in a moment. So, open the mess table, get the beds, get the lockers. I might just even get one more of these guys. It does take 10 power, so I don't have a lot of power left, which means I'll probably need to go and start digging out sooner over later for our power generators. So I might as well just get started on that now. I'm thinking about how the power generators are set up. I think this should be okay. It's bigger than it probably needs to be, and that's okay. Other thing over here as well, of course we're going to go and give you guys a place to eat. Now, I haven't quite checked out all of the usable kind of tile positions just yet. Like I said, I've truly only gone and played this game for really about 25 minutes, just enough to kind of see the starting position of all of this. All right, now that the warm welcome cup is out of the way, let's get down to business. Mr. Kopp's purse strings are notoriously loose, thus we at the committee are here to ensure that space exploration remains profitable. We shall monitor your progress and release funds when you achieve goals. Your next goal, find life in the universe, a difficult but profitable endeavor. Wouldn't you agree? Now, laboratory. We'll be spending a lot of time worrying about that laboratory, and to that end, I'm going to go and create a nice long one over here. Again, I'm aiming for aesthetically pleasing right now. I'm figuring that for me, barracks, there's a couple of the rooms, of course, we'll get like training rooms and things like that, so put that bad boy maybe down here or over here. But I'm trying to go and be very, very proactive about a lot of this. All right. Now, base energy is low. Yes, that will be a problem. You'll see that's why we're having these guys over here to start immediately. And I don't think I can actually get rid of these guys. So one of the things I'm a little unsure of right now is I do not know the extent to which you can modify, let's say, guys, over here. Okay. That you can modify, not rooms, that's the wrong idea. But you can, I can't think of the right words. Man, I'm getting old. I'm not sure the extent that I can go and modify the walls to build them back in. I think once you dig it out, you dig it out. I knew we'd have cell elements over here, so if I want to get rid of things for money's sake, I can do so. I'm not going to worry about that too much right now. The other thing I might do, I'll wait till we get through this next little fancy schmancy kind of easy goal. Now you will see that we're going to go and get slammed with a pretty hefty, oh my gosh, we're out of power thing here pretty darn soon. And that's not uncommon. This is very much like holding your hands through a lot of this process, and it makes sense, right? So power's gonna get turned back on. Probably shouldn't have gone and put so many robots on this, but we'll get there. Alright, so the lab itself is just about complete. Now what we need to worry about here is a biocell sample containment. And it says already we're looking for more power because I was a spendthrift. So slam down a couple power generators. There we go. Maybe more than enough, I should think. And now, while that kind of gets filled in, we'll need a research desk, biosample containment, biosample study desk, and this over here, this period budget, this is quite important. I'll get into the next month on this, okay? So research desk. That's going to go, again, aesthetically right here, I think we'll get a sample and another sample and a study. We'll put that there. And one last thing that we'll need in due time is we will need a patent research desk. And I was going to plop that there. I'll talk to you about that in just a moment. So we have ourselves a ton of power. We're getting the biosample, doing all this kind of stuff right here. Now, what does this do? Kind of touched on this before. So this idea is basically a star map. Connecting destinations. We first connecting to the Exogate, which we can do. You'll see the energy cost right there. Maintaining this link will consume energy. I don't know if you can break these links or not. I don't know. Getting flora and fauna, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so this is, again, stuff that we're going to go and collect, and we'll go from there. You can see right now we have recommended levels 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, things like that. Basically, the level of the gators themselves. So the people we send off on these little missions. So claim cost, we'll get to that later as well. For right now, we're going to connect right here. We're going to create a mission. Now, it says relative mission difficulty, medium. What that basically means is that there's a chance we're going to go and hit some garbage here. And I'll show you kind of as we go forward how that's going to kind of shake out for us. All right. Another thing, because I know we're already going to need this, let's go and actually get another recruitment campaign in here. We'll get... Wow. Jeez, dude. Well, might as well do 10 days. It's going to go and cost us a ton of money, annoyingly. But we'll go. Here we go. So, base energy is not low anymore, thank you. And we're going to go and send people out on this wonderful mission as soon as Lee Yu gets over here. Now, you might discover over here that right now, this isn't... Why is it pulling them? Build, please. Build. Okay, good. He's going. Nice. Building room component. All right. So here's the game kind of takes off. We're going to go start sending these guys through the Stargate. Apparently they don't believe really too much in the PPE, so there's like no head suits, nothing. It's just like, oh yes, we assume that there must be oxygen someplace else. I actually don't know what this does just yet. So we're going to wait for half a second. They're going to go through all this kind of mission stuff, and we're going to be set a message or two before too much longer. In the meantime, I'm going to go and throw down the double doors again because I'm super concerned about that kind of beautinessness. And just like that, we have mission progress. You can see right now we have a ton of time they have to respond. We're going to open up UA-161. XO with Smith. We stepped through the gate for the first time back there. After a moment of dizziness, I was suddenly standing on the planet of UA-161. Wow! My God, it works! So you can see right here, we have Smith over here leading the way. He's the kind of the officer of the group. You can see experience, health, and mental stamina. Thank God you're alive. Amen to that. And I can't believe it. There's life here. This place is teeming with plant life. Not to mention the moons in the sky. So you can kind of go back and forth a lot of this material. I'm not going to say friendly plant life. I'll just say you just changed the world. But I think of something memorable to say quickly. I had a line prepared, but this is too much. I've forgotten it. Stay calm, Austin. It'll only be watched on every screen. Flat, 3D, VR, HG, from Mumbai to the moon. So I guess at this point we actually have a moon base, but that's besides the point. I'm not going to go and give him too much garbage. I'm going to go just say, remember your training. Okay, well, he lost some mental health, so we're going to get into the idea of losing a little bit here and there. Hyperventilating. You're fine. You're doing great. Mental health increased by 2 at Bactus. Awesome. Okay. Don't know what to say. Can I get a steer? Epic, humble, fun, be yourself. I'm going to say epic is the way to go for this. Deep breath. Take your time. We just flew through a wormhole, landed on the other side of the universe, and found alien life, all in a day's work. I think you'll agree. This puts our troubles back home into perspective. Not sure that's really XO, but, or epic rather, excuse me. I'm getting a sample to show in the live stream. See what we got here. So, kind of grass at our feet. There could be mosses in that cave to the west, and to the south there's a leafy tree hanging over the edge of a cliff. So now we do get a chance to get some skill points out of this. Now I could get some grass and just get some random skill points. Part of me feels like, you know what, I'll just say let the viewers decide. Poll the live chat, let's do this. All right, what did they choose? They chose the grass. All right, apparently not the most epic of material, but that's fine. Ratings went through the roof, awesome. Study to learn more, understand. All right, now, all the stuff that we want to worry about, what do we want to do? So for me, you know, I'm one of those guys that just want to go and just learn. That's my thing, man. Conclude the live stream. Let's do it. He comes back. And that's a wrap. Come on, home team. So these guys are coming back with us. Fantastic. So this is the end screen you see every single time. Getting a little bit of science points. Shun Yamato got to 166. Austin Smith has a biosample. Leading you. So we'll get injuries. That's definitely a possibility here. And you can see right now, it says study a biosample. Now what that's going to happen over here is this will go onto the research desk or the biosample study desk. You see Austin right over here is going to kind of worry about that here in just a moment. And he's going to tell us something wonderful. Now the game itself is actually kind of pretty. I mean, the models for the actual humans a little janky every now and again. It looks very wooden. But again, we're in early access. Holy cow, you did it, says Rudy Cobb. I knew we'd find life out there, but not this quickly. I watched the stream. Incredible. These legendary first words on an exoplanet. Just wow. Still, we need to keep the money flowing if you want to keep the committee sweet. Did I mention we sell patents? Develop theories by studying samples from missions, then use them to publish patents. So, form a second team. That's why I was recruiting these people in the first place. Now, here's the idea. So, we do research material, so I'm going to show you how this works. Research in the meantime, I can actually go and pick this up to say, hey, I get beds, Gator's already getting that, I have this material already. I can start applying. Ooh, I get 21. Interesting. I don't know what a workshop does. Oh, no, I actually can't do that even remotely. Patents, I'm sorry. So patents are your first source of revenue in the game. By studying biosamples and specimens brought back from missions in the laboratory, your scientists develop new theories with which they can write patents. Once published, they can earn recurring income. I'm going to write a new patent. Now, the idea behind this, every now and again, you can see with common, we have, I think it's uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary. Something like that. Okay, cool, yeah. So we're going to go say it's active for 12 months. We need a scientist working at a patent writing console in the laboratory. Choose up to 5 theories to write. The more theories, the more revenue, and the longer it'll take to write. Now, what I need to do, I say select this patent right here. And I want to, I'm not sure how to set the person doing it, but I'm just going to say, you know what? Start writing. And I don't know who's going to start writing there. In fact, I don't even know if I can set different kind of, let's say, processes or encouragements, let's say, for people to do that. And in the meantime, though, at least we have $97,500. We have a pretty amount of power here, so that's not too shabby. And I'm trying to see what are we going to be dealing with this next team. All right, so next team, here we go. Daisy Moore, really, really good knowledge person, really good logic. Liam Jones, awesome. And Sophie Weber, pretty darn good. Oh, and Adam Wilson. Okay, we're going to take Adam Wilson and Liam. And Daisy, you know what, actually, we're going to hire all of them. And what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to make sure that, I think it's Liam Jones? I'm going to keep... Okay, so Liam's going to stay back. I'm going to put everybody else on another team. So here we go. Liam, you're going to sit tight. And in the meantime, I'm going to say this is Beta. And they're going to be red team. And I'm going to say, Bubala, you're going to go there. And I said Liam's going to stay back. Daisy, you're going to go on here. Sophie, you're going to go on here. Now, the reason I'm keeping Liam back is that he's awesome in terms of knowledge as well as logic, so he should be able to get us some really, really solid patent writing. And I'm also going to go and check out the star map and say, all right, cool, I can claim this, which is influence. I don't know how I get that. I can claim it by spending influence. It'll be added to your territory, expanding your area of influence. The more sectors you claim, the more influence you earn. Some must be claimed before I utilize them, such as material destinations. We'll get into that probably next video. Wars that are home to intelligent beings cannot be claimed to completed cultural studies or missions of self-defense leading to diplomatic relations. So those are 4. That's really quite high. I'm gonna go lock here. I'm gonna lock here. So create mission. Beta, go. Create mission. Alpha, go. Alright, cool. And this over here, unassigned. Liam Jones, get over here, my blah blah. Alright, so he's going to do that. Awesome. Alright. Folks, I think that for the moment, that's what we're going to kind of cut it here for that second. Next time, we're going to show you a little bit more of this game. If you like what you see, please feel free to let me know. Happy to continue playing through this. Until next time, though, I'm Con Orc. This is Exogate Initiative, and I'll see you guys next time.